Welcome to your Yin Yoga practice for today. We're going to start in a seated position. You might want to have a wall behind you because we will be utilizing that wall during this practice. And also, if you have a bolster, that would be fantastic. If you don't have a bolster, a couch cushion works perfectly well. And then a few blocks. And if you don't have blocks, some nice little cushions will work well for you. So take a minute, pause this, get yourself set up, get your mat, your bolster, your blocks, and your wall, and then make yourself nice and comfortable in a seated position. Okay, let's begin. We're going to begin today's practice in this seated position. So I'm going to offer you to bring your hands upon your knees, palms open to the sky. Just close down the eyes. Teddy, that was not very peaceful, darling. We're going to close down the eyes, okay? Let's take 2 on that one. And then just move the body side to side, maybe backwards and forwards. Maybe you get this nice little circular motion going on. Whatever feels good to you intuitively, to like wiggle out the body. And then from here, even the neck maybe, I want you to take a long exhale through the back of the throat. So it's like a and as you do that, you're going to notice the body soften a little bit. Let it soften and then just wiggle it out again. A nice long exhale. And start to find a sense of stillness in the body. One more big long exhale. And finding complete stillness in this moment. Hands lifted to the sky. Lift the chest to the sky and find a beautiful, long, tall seat. From here, I want you just to let your breath soften. Notice the breath. Notice the rise and fall of the chest. Notice the rise and the fall of the belly. And just let yourself lean into the breath a little bit further, deepening the breath into the belly, into the hips, lengthening the exhale, breathing out all the way to the floor, but just through the nose, lengthening the inhale, deepening the inhale into the ribs, into the hips, lengthening the exhale all the way to the floor. Take your time with them. And now as you deepen the inhale again, lengthen the exhale again, I want you to practice softening these breaths. So can you take a softer, slower inhale? A more gentle, longer exhale. And as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in a beautiful pink light, almost like a pink hazy light. Breathe that in. Breathe out a red or a black. Breathe in pink. Breathe out red or black. As you breathe in pink, you breathe in light energy. As you breathe out red or black, you breathe out dark or heavy energy. Breathe in pink. Breathe out red or black. And as you continue with this breath, I want you to really notice your hips grounding down onto the bolster or the earth. Notice yourself really being anchored in a sense of self. Today's practice is about the hips and the mind, letting go of what we carry and stilling the mind, practicing those mind stilling techniques. So see if you can anchor the hips even further into the earth. Let them land on the earth. And then as your hips land on the earth, or anchor in, I want you to draw light up in your next breath. So drawing light up from the hip space, up the spine, lifting you nice and tall and letting it go out of the top of the crown, clearing the mind as it goes through. Again, breathing the energy up from the hip space, the earth, all the way up the spine, and out to the top of the mind. Continue this, breathing in, and then out from the top of the mind. 3 more rounds. Letting go if you need to, letting go of stress, worry, doubt. Lifting the breath up from the hips, out of the top of the head, the crown of the head. 1 more. And then just letting your breath relax and soften. Letting yourself feel completely present in your body. Allowing yourself to be deeply nourished. An invitation to keep your eyes open or closed here as you transition to your next posture. Or our first posture, it's going to be legs up the wall supported. So you can be supported by your bolster, you can be supported by blocks and a bolster, or your couch cushion, whatever you have there, or you can be flat to the earth. It's completely up to you. But from here, if you are looking to the camera, you'll see Teddy Bear, who's got a little bit of bark in him today, so hopefully that stops. If you have blocks and a bolster, you can invite them both in, build yourself a nice little ramp, block underneath. If you've got cushion, you can put a cushion underneath the cushion. And then we're going to bring legs up the wall. So spine will lay down on your bolster. I'm going to scooch that a touch closer. And then legs will go up the wall. Make yourself nice and comfy. Do the wiggles you need to do. From here, I'm then going to invite you to close down the eyes. And we're going to lock Teddy out in a minute. Close down the eyes. Feel the hands on the earth. I'm going to be here for quite some time, so if you need to rearrange, if you need to wiggle, please do, until you find a sense of stillness. Big exhale, and land in the body, land in the mat. You'll notice my voice goes soft, but it will always be your anchor to pull you back. Think about in your practice today, perhaps an intention for yourself of stilling the mind and calming the body, opening the hips, letting go of the tension. Perhaps your intention is different to mine, and that is okay too. But bring to mind a focal point for yourself throughout this practice. So when the mind wanders away, you have something to return to. Yin is the internal practice of meeting our own edge. The edge in the mind, the edge in the body. Inhale. Exhale. And land. Keep coming back to your breath. If the mind wanders away, that's completely natural. Legs remain up the wall. Finding 3 more rounds of breath here with the legs up the wall. Nice inhale and exhale. And on that third breath, I've just moved myself so you can see, but your legs will come down the wall and just drop straight into a reclined butterfly. So your back will stay laying on the bolster or your couch cushion. Legs will drop out to the side. We are going to be here for some time, so if you want support under the legs, a nice cushion or some blocks might feel good to you. You might want to take your blocker out from underneath your bolster, place it under your knees. But really, you could just slide the legs straight off the wall and come down into your reclined butterfly, perhaps closing down the eyes again and leaning into it. Nice inhale. Exhale, let go. Landing in your butterfly. Notice if the body is feeling called to move. Try and find that stillness again with the breath. Find the inhale. Find the exhale. Find the steadiness in the mind as the body opens. Long inhale. Long exhale. Gently coming back into the body, noticing the breath, and then draw the right knee in really, really slowly, like rolling foot onto the mat. Let it drop over to the left knee, and just collect that left leg. Let the knees come to sky, and you're going to let your legs go nice and straight. Take an exhale. And just land here in this recovery position for a moment or two. Noticing the blood come back into the body, the fresh energy rolling through the body. Taking 5 more softening breaths here. Gentle in, gentle out. And our next posture we're moving into is a half saddle pose. So you might want to rearrange yourself on the bolster and that block there. You simply might want to sit up first. Yes, Teddy, hello. And we're going to take the leg. So you're going to take your left leg here. Just bend it underneath the body, Teddy darling. Definitely should have locked Teddy out for this. Our foot pointing out away from the body, and then you're just going to let yourself soften back down onto that bolster. Now you want to make sure it's not tight or pinching through the knee. If it is, just take it out a little bit wider. Give yourself that little slight twist and open through the body, lean towards the other side, and that's going to bring it into the hip. There's no right or wrong way for this posture to look. Take a nice exhale and then land in this opening of the body. This can be a little bit of a deeper pose, so notice any emotions, irritations, frustrations that come up, and just let them go. That's what that exhale through the back of the throat is for. Yin is testing our limits, testing our boundaries. If this feels really easeful for you, you can actually remove your bolster and your block. Lay flat to the mat, but you want to be no more than a 7 out of 10. Breathing out. just ever so slowly straightening that left leg. I like to lift my knee up as I slide my foot down and along the mat. And just let it be nice and long. Coming into your recovery pose and noticing the difference between each side. Just whenever you're ready, you're going to transition across to your right hand side. So if it feels good and you're okay with it, you could stay laying down and just pull that right leg in. Or again, you might want to sit up, rearrange the right leg, and then lay back down. But just take your time, smooth transitions, and let go. Again, if it feels easeful, take away the bolster and the block and see how that feels for you. And again, when you're ready, just let that right leg go long. Again, maybe you gently peel the knee to the sky as you slide the foot down. Let it go all the way. Let the hips open. Let the legs dangle all the way. But this time we're going to come off the bolster. So if you're still on the bolster, just gently roll off. Move it to the side. Mine doesn't want to go. Blocks in the way. And then completely lay flat on the floor. Full rebound here for the back, the spine, the body. If you are pregnant in your second and third trimesters, you could just gently roll to the side and do a recovery on the side. That will work just as well. Just gently drawing the soles of the feet to the mat, giving yourself a nice little hug, drawing those knees in, lifting the tailbone off the mat. And we're moving into a child's pose with a twist. So just roll to your preferred side, placing the hand on the floor, using that to lift you up. Coming back onto the mat, nice wide knees. You won't want your bolster here because we are coming into that twist. So nice wide knees, sitting onto the feet, letting yourself lower down into the child's pose. From here, raise your right hand to sky and then threading it through. Now you can stay here. You might even want to block under the head. That was going to feel really nice if you can't quite reach the ground with that space for the shoulder. And then your right hand is going to come up and over the body to deepen that twist. If you want your right hand in front, play around, notice it. Exhale. And relax. Soften into it, really. You want to land in the body, but you still want to be meeting your edge in yin. So you want to be finding not the most restorative pose like we do in restorative, but like what is meeting my edge? Is meeting my edge actually leaning into that twist and giving myself that little challenge? Find the breath. Invitation to close down the eyes, as always in yin. If your top hand is over the body, just bring it down to the earth. Use it to gently push into the earth. Take the right hand out from underneath the body. Maybe you want to just give it a gentle rotation, a gentle wiggle of the hand there. And then we're going straight into the other side. So maintain your child's pose. Bring your right hand down to the earth to support you. Left hand to sky. And then we're going to thread that left hand through. Drop your head onto the earth or onto your block. Take your right hand over the body. Or find your edge, whether your edge is with your right hand on the earth or the right hand in that twist. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. See if you can go just a touch deeper. Meeting our edge is a metaphorical edge. So when we're working with the mind and the hips, really are releasing any tension, any emotions, any built up frustration that clouds the mind, that stops us from making clear judgment. But sometimes we have to go all the way to our very edge of what we can handle for the mind to grow. It's like that theory of diamonds being under pressure. So literally what we're doing to our body through yin, releasing the tissues and going deeper into our own mind. Let go of the breath and see if you can go just a touch deeper. Five more long breaths here. Slowly let that top hand find the earth. Let it lift you up. Move your block out of the way. And then coming into flat on the belly for our recovery. So lifting up through tabletop, draw the knees in, send the legs back, and just roll straight down onto the belly. Legs by the side, arms by the side. Relax. Let the body melt into the earth. If your head's facing any particular direction, just turn the neck in the other way. Let the head come through center. Place the hands on the earth. And then pushing up through a nice tabletop position. You're actually going to make your way to a seat. We're coming into a shoelace. If you are aware of where you are going, feel free, please go there. You'll need a block or a cushion for this one. Really, you're just placing that block underneath you and taking a nice seat on it. So take a nice seat on your block, rearrange your legs and yourself, and then your right knee is going to come over the left knee. So draw the left ankle behind you so it's nice and straight in front of the body. Right knee comes over left. And you might need to rearrange the hips. See how I just lifted myself up, send the hips back. Try and stack the knees over each other, but really if you're here, that's okay. We're just opening through the back of the legs now. So find that position. And then in that nice tall position, it might feel nice to hold on to the feet. Close down the eyes again and envision lifting yourself up. Again, clearing through that mind space as we let go in the hips. In and out. Letting go of the feet if you're holding onto the feet. Send the right leg out in front of you. Send the left leg out in front of you. From here, just take a minute, maybe let the ankles roll out. And then we will transition over to the opposite side. So this time you want your left leg on top of you. So let's just lift that up and out of the way. Take the right leg underneath. Pull that right ankle towards the back of the hips. Let the right knee be pointing to the front of the room. Take that, hello Teddy. Take your left knee over the top. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. See how you need to rearrange. Don't stress if each side feels different. They feel different for me too. Close down the eyes. Lift your chest nice and tall. And let the earth pull you down into this pose. Gently letting go of the feet, letting the legs just unravel, finding your hands on the earth, rolling off that block, taking it to the side of the mat, letting the legs go long, and then finding your rebound. So just laying down nice and flat on the spine. Find that rebound. Hit the earth and just let the body do its magic. Gently drawing the soles of the feet to the mat. You may or may not want a bolster for the next move as we come into a reclined twist. No bolster would be taking the right knee over the left and then dropping down to the side of the mat. Straighten that bottom leg. Send the arms out to the sides. Turn the head towards the opposite arm. If you had a bolster and you wanted to use it and you wanted less depth in your twist, place the bolster underneath the knees, just here, and let it support you. But remember, find the edge. Our body is really in a good position right now. Breathe out. Melt into it. Gently noticing your breath once more, rolling back to center, unraveling the legs and finding yourself flat on the mat. Exhale, rebound. drawing the feet up to the earth, taking the left leg across the right knee, scooching the hips over to the other side of the mat, and then find your twist on the other side. Again, if you want to bring a block or a bolster under that knee, if it's floating in the air. Words today. Struggling with them. Just place it under that knee. Find your twist. Exhale. Start to make the softest of moves to unravel yourself. Let the legs go nice and long. If you see my screen, you'll see Teddy trying to get involved. We're just going to ignore him. Let the spine hit the mat. Let the legs go long. Notice any further tension in the body. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. As we move into Shavasana. Now please stay in this Shavasana for at least 5 minutes or as long as you need. Don't worry about the time. Just let go and enjoy.